Hello and welcome to episode 155 of the Truly Daebak Show. This is a bi-weekly podcast where the two of us come together every 2 weeks to talk about K-pop and whatever's current in the K-pop industry. This week we're just kind of wrapping up our year-end stuff from last year with the Truly Daebak Awards, showing off the winners from that, both what we determined as well as the fan choice. So look forward to that. As always, I'm joined by Nate.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's pump it up. What's up? If you noticed, I have better lighting now because I have a fancy key light.
Yes.
That is normalizing the lighting so that my only light source isn't behind my head.
Behind and above
and
your
above
head.
me. And the main reason I did that was to prepare for Sunday. If you listen to this the week it comes out, because I'm going to do my next monthly unboxing stream. So I did that for the first time in December and unboxed like 8 months worth of K-pop albums, and it took like 3 or 4 hours. So yeah, I got that new lighting because I'm going to start doing monthly unboxings. If you saw in December, I did my first one, and I unboxed like 60 albums for like 8 months worth of albums. But I'm going to start doing that monthly now. So I've got like 10 albums maybe, and some special stuff like Mina's photo books and the DreamCatcher concert like merch package thing. So yeah, that'll be fun. So check that out Sunday. If you're watching this the week it comes out, Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep. So yeah, I guess with that, join Discord if you've never listened, or if you have listened before, you've heard us definitely talk about it a lot. But the best way to like interact with our community and whatnot is through the Discord. There's a ton of cool people on there. We have a bunch of different activities and stuff, such as song ratings. Fantasy League is starting back up? ?
At some point, not soon.
Soon
but
TM. Soon TM.
Yeah.
Not soon, but soon TM.
And we did like predictions for the Truly Daebak Awards, which you're a little late for that now, but you'll that's the type of stuff we do.
Yep.
We give out like albums and stuff like that. So if you want to win albums or other stuff, come check out our Discord and hang out because it's a cool place to hang out.
Yep. And then please subscribe if you like our videos. And yeah, I guess with that, we can get into the meat. So first topic that we usually are trying to start out with is what we've been listening to lately. And I guess for me, not a ton. I've been listening to Epic High's new album, Epic High's Here Part 1, which yeah, I'm really happy with it so far. I don't think it's as good as their last couple albums, but
Yeah,
like it's definitely really good, and I think it'll be much more rounded, like well-rounded once we have the second part of the album. Standout tracks on that for me were Lesson Zero, which I know some people didn't like as much, but I thought it was one of Tablo's better English verses that I liked a lot. And then Acceptance Speech and In Self-Defense. Those were both really good.
And then
then
Self-Defense Bleed Part 2.
Yeah,
Bleed
basically.
Part 2?
Yeah, it's in Self-Defense.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah, that one's awesome. The features on it had really good verses as well. So yeah, very, very, very good album. I'm excited for Part 2 whenever that comes out. Although by the sounds of it, like it might not even come out this year. So my prediction might go and die.
Yep, it's already gone. It's not gonna be your album of the year.
Yeah, we'll see though. And then also I guess I just to cover the rest of what I've been listening to. I've been listening to From, which we'll talk about later as well. We'll talk about her later. She's a good like indie like Korean artist that I like a lot, that I think deserves a little bit more attention. And then lastly, last night I checked out DreamCatcher's new mini album that they released, and it's quite good. I'm happy with it. So, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, as for stuff I've been listening to, pretty much the same new stuff. I've actually been listening to some stuff more recently because I'm planning on buying a house, and I've been driving down to look at houses, and the area I'm looking in is like an hour drive away, so I'm getting like 2-hour drives of listening to music again. So I kind of caught up on old stuff from 2020, and then I've been listening to all the new stuff like G Idol, Epic High. And then there's just been a bunch of different smaller things coming out, and then of course listen to the new DreamCatcher single today. I haven't listened to the album yet, but I loved it, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
All right. So, with that, you want to cover the topic you wanted to cover before we get into the main course?
We're gonna do Truly Daebak Awards, our actual awards this time. We did nominees last episode.
Yep.
And we're also gonna do the Fan Choice Awards. So those were you had since the last episode basically to vote. So about 2 weeks. Vote for what you wanted to win. And we included the bias wrecker fields on there, and there was like almost no overlaps whatsoever. Like there's literally for female bias wrecker of the year, there's literally no overlaps. There was one overlap, but basically it was like 19 people got 1 vote and then 1 person got 2 votes or 3 votes type of thing. So I was just like, screw it. I'm not gonna like actually say this person won, because it's not really like, it was just there wasn't really
there's no
winner. So I was just gonna list off like people that got nominated.
It's like the like Time Person of the Year in like 2006 or something like that. It's you.
Yeah, exactly.
Or everyone or whatever.
Yeah, so for female bias record of the year, people basically voted for like Olivia Hae, Shion, Lua, Heejin, Karina, Yukika, Chaewon from IZ*ONE, Chaeyoung. Ryujin got 2 votes. Giri from FUMUS, Soyeon, Hyorin. Did Hyorin even do it? I guess she put out a song recently. So, Yua, Joy, Jinsol, Soyeon from Weeekly, Minnie, Chu, and Luda. So, a lot of different people.
Everybody wins.
Yeah, basically. For female bias of the year, we have Exy, Gayeon, Hani, which Hani, like, what?
Yeah. EXID did
like,
nothing this year. Yeah.
That was like the one thing, and what we get, like, we're not talking about the predictions from Discord in this episode, but one thing to note is everyone did horribly at like guessing our biases of the year. And I think part of that is people don't realize it's supposed to be bias of the year, not like who your alt is.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, because people are just guessing like alts, and like this is supposed to be the people who like were your best bias did stuff this year. It's like Hani didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Hyunjin, Jenny, Jiyoon from Weeekly, Eunbi, Luda, Mimi got 2 votes. Olivia Hae, Solgi got 2 votes too. 3 votes actually. How are these different? Must be like a space after one of them. Solgi got 3 votes. Jungyeon from Twice, Jiyoon from Weeekly, Yena from IZ*ONE got 2 votes. Yuhyun and Irene. For male bias wrecker of the year, we have Suga, Chan Sung Jung, who I don't know who that is. Jacob got 2 votes. Jacob from the boys, not you.
Yeah, I'm everyone's bias of the year.
Jin, Junji from Only One Of, Juyeon from the boys, Moonbin, Lido from One Us, Renjin from NCT, Sunghwa, Taeyong, Woods, Wonho, Woods.
I'm pretty sure Chan Sung Jung was probably Egg who voted for it, because it's a South Korean MMA fighter.
Oh, is that the guy? Is that the guy who slapped J Park? I think probably.
No, I think that guy was an American. Yeah,
that was in America. You're right. No, yeah, okay. I have heard of Chang Sung Jun. Now that you mentioned that he's an MMA fighter. Ye-chan from Lucy, Yeonjun, and Taemin. And for male bias of the year, we have Baekhyun, Chan, Do-young, Drew McIntyre, who I think is probably Egg's vote, Hae-chan, Hongjung,
I don't know who that is either.
Jimin, Kevin. I've heard the name, but
Drew McIntyre is a WWE champion.
WWE, yeah, okay. Jimin, Kevin from the Boys, Lucas, Subin got 2 votes, Taemin, Wang Yibo got 3 votes because knee slappers, Wanho, Younghoon, and Yuta. So yeah, that's basically it was just all over the place and there wasn't really a winner. So I just decided we'll read those out instead of I'm not making slides with 8 million people on them. Yes. Unless we could have made like just this really ugly collage of like cut out images of all those people, but that would have been a lot of work.
Yeah.
So now we'll get into the actual awards.
All right. So first category, we have so the way we did bias wrecker and bias and all that this year was like we felt like it was kind of hard to come to a consensus like between like 6 people about who the best like singular idol was this year. Like, so
it was always weird in the last few years. We would all just nominate our own bias and then we'd have to argue why ours was the best.
Yeah.
Which this is like a completely subjective subjective choice. So,
and I think everybody has different criteria for how they like pick these things also.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially for things like bias wrecker, like I feel like my concept of this is probably different than other people's, for example. So
yeah.
So
yeah, we just decided to do this way where we each pick our own for each category.
Yep. So yeah, first up is female bias wrecker. So basically someone who wasn't your bias but was like threatening the position this year.
Yeah, exactly. Like someone that kind of surprised you from the group is how I always take it. Like someone that wasn't my bias that kind of like was like, oh, stood out to me. And yeah, exactly.
So Baron's pick for female bias record of the year was Gyuri from S9. Claudia picked Sana from Twice. Cooper picked Shihyun from Everglow. I picked Una from GFriend. Nate had Luda from Lua, not Luda. Yeah. Lua from Wikimiki. And then Sam picked Ryujin from ITZY.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That's how we did this year.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I was going to say, just I personally picked Unha just because, like, she wasn't usually in my bias categories, usually between, like, Shinbi and Yuju. And, like, she just, like, oh, I'm in here now, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so.
Yeah, Una's always been my bias, so.
Yeah, so she definitely earned that spot, especially with Mago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, for male bias wrecker of the year, we have Baron's pick is Jamin from NCT. Claudia's pick is Doyoung from NCT. Cooper's pick is San from ATEEZ. Jacob's pick is Suho. My pick is Hyunjin from Stray Kids, and Sam's pick is Xiaojun from NCT. So lots of NCT this category.
Yep. I mean, that's easy. They have like 900 members, so.
Yeah, exactly. And like new ones can stand out, especially with how much they put out this year.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next up we have female bias of the year. So this is like actual like someone who actually is your bias and like was again very good this year. So
yep.
Again, the category itself could be kind of ambiguous, so if you don't understand what it is, we're basically just being like, wow, we really loved this person this year. And yeah, basically. So Baron's pick was Chu from Luna. Claudia picked Sugi. What?
Oh, you froze for like a second.
Okay.
I don't know, probably fine.
Sorry, audio listeners, my internet is trash. So yeah, anyways, Baron's pick was Chu from Luna. Claudia's pick was Sugi from Red Velvet. Cooper picked Kim Lip from Luna. I personally picked Yuju from GFriend, so both female categories was GFriend this year. Just because, because GFriend was amazing this year. Just easy. Nate picked Mina from Twice, and then Sam picked Yorum from Ukju Sonya. So
yeah, I thought like Mina came back from her hiatus and just like killed it this year.
Yeah, for sure.
so I had to pick her this year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Twice in general pretty impressed me, especially with their newer album.
Yeah, their new songs were really good. Their styling was really good. Like, I thought they had a really strong year this year, and so that's why I picked Mina over like Suwa from Dreamcatcher or Luda from Uju Sonyo.
Yep. All right, next up.
Yep, and finally we have Male Bias of the Year, which is the most ridiculous category out of all of us, or out of all of these. Baron's pick is Taemin. Claudia's pick is Taemin. Cooper's pick is Minkyu. Jacob's pick is Taemin. My pick is Taemin. And Sam's pick is Jungkook. So Sam and Cooper screwed it up.
Yeah, so just to be clear, when we do like nominations and rankings and stuff, we do it on a spreadsheet and we black out everything so you can't see what other people voted for. So like we all like literally without knowing who other people voted for, 4 of us picked Taemin. So if you want to complain,
he killed it this year.
Yeah, if you want to complain, you can't.
Yep.
Because it wasn't. There was no collusion.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It wasn't like. Yeah, we don't discuss any of this until, like, we have to deal with tiebreakers and stuff.
Yeah, basically, we don't see who other people voted for until after everybody has already voted. So
yeah, exactly. So it's like no, we're not influencing each other's picks by seeing what people before us that picked. But yeah, Taemin killed it. I mean, Taemin's my like male alt bias, and this year was fantastic for him, so I couldn't not pick him.
Yep. All right, next up is, so we're back to the beginning of the slideshow from last week, basically.
Yep.
So these are our nominees for Best NCT Subunit, and drumroll 1271 this year.
Yep. Yeah, so I think NCT 127. So it was weird because it was between 127 and U for us, but we kind of felt like U was cheating because it's literally just all everyone. Of them. And so like we kind of went back and forth on how we wanted to do that one, but we decided to give it to 127 instead.
Yeah, I feel like for the most part, like, I don't know, we'll have to discuss it next year, but I feel like we should like exclude U and Super M. Yeah, and just keep it between the main 3, like 127, Wavy, and Dream. But yeah, I don't know. Well, like we can. There's so many different angles that people can argue against, like for. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of weird to set up, but yeah. Anyway, we personally chose 127, so they get the Truly Daebak Award for Best NCT Subunit, and then we'll be revealing now the fan choice pick, and the fans have spoken. They picked Wavy as the best subunit this year, so. Congrats to both 127 and Wavy. I think that's a reasonable pick. Yep.
Wavy did a great job. I mean, they all did fantastic. Like we said, they've just been killing it this year.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yep. Right. So next, we have Best IOI Branch. And I think if you know the nominations for the categories, the winner of this might be kind of obvious. But the Best IOI Branch Truly Daebak Award goes to Weeekly, which I was really happy with because I kind of always thought that Chungha or Uju Sonyo would win this category, like basically every year for forever.
Yeah.
But Weeekly killed it so much this year that they were nominated for Artist of the Year. And I like, if you think about it, they put out Dazzle Dazzle, Oopsie, and Cool all this year, and all 3 of those are fantastic singles. 2 of them I think had 1 or 2 of them had mini albums, which had some great B-sides on it, and so they killed it. I think Chungha was probably their only competition this
but she
year.
Didn't release the album.
But she didn't release the album. She just kept putting out pre-release singles and saying this was for an album that never came until hopefully it's coming in January or in February.
Yeah, we were all just sitting there the whole year like, drop the album already. And now it's coming out this year, I guess.
Yep. So I think that hurt her. And Uju Sonyo put out Butterfly, which was really good, and then had the sub-unit as well. But not everyone liked the sub-unit. And So yeah, we went with Wiki. And that was pretty much unanimous, I think. Oh no, you and Baron picked Sejong, actually, right?
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
picked
no, I
Sejong
froze.
because I liked her. I liked her mini a lot. So
And the fan choice for best IOI branch was Chungha. So like we were saying, she was probably the only one that had true competition with Wiki. So looks like the fans thought she did better.
yep.
Let's move on.
Yeah. So that
Yeah, you're next.
move on to best 101 branch. So yeah, again we announced the nominees last week or 2 weeks ago, and the winner ended up being Ha Sung-un, and then the fans ended up voting for Ong Sung-woo. Oh, Ong Sung-woo. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Jacob. I probably don't have a ton to say about this category. Because remember our mods in Discord also helped us vote on all these. It wasn't just us two, and we're not the most up to date with 101 members.
Yep.
I do remember Hasang because I did doing all like the quarterly song ratings and stuff. I do remember Hasang Woon having a lot of good stuff. So
yeah, I mean, like we listen to the stuff that like comes out during the year, and then also like listen again when we do nominations and choosing winners and whatnot. But like we're more willing to be swayed by what our mods think if they're bigger fans of it than we are. So yeah, that's why we let them help out, because just for categories we're not necessarily like as invested in but still want to give representation, it's still better to have more voices to influence that, I guess. So anyway, moving on to best X1 branch.
The next is best X1 branch, and the winner for that for us was Woods, and the fan choice was also Woods. So even though there were 12 nominees, we all agreed on this one. I think Woods had the most popular solo stuff.
Yep.
And most of those groups are most of these groups are new. And there's a lot of soloists as well.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, we just had to decide which ones put out the best stuff. Although Uptension and Victon were also there, but we all thought that Woods put out the best solo stuff.
Yep. So with that, move on.
I think for the rest of the categories, we should probably read out the nominees just to remind people if they're only using audio.
Sure.
Because those were all like best branch of group.
Yeah, sure. So
knew
it's
who the nominees
obvious
were,
who it is. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So for best hair, we nominated Hyunjin from Stray Kids, Jaemin from NCT, Soohyun from Akmu, Lua from Wikimiki, Mimi from Oh My Girl, and Ryujin from ITZY. And then we ended up choosing Mimi for best hair. So congrats to her.
Yep.
And then Jaemin from NCT for the fan choice is what they decided.
Yeah, so
on.
this actually, I put an asterisk here. So this was actually a tie for the fan choice.
Okay.
And the tie was between Jaemin, Mimi, and also Ryujin. It was 3-way tie. All three of them got 3 votes. So this category had a lot of write-ins. So I think that's part of why. Because they only got 3 votes each out of the 20 responses, but there's like a ton of people that were written in.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean all of these all these nominees were fantastic. But yeah, we went with Mimi with that purple hair.
Yep.
It wasn't blue. Unlike
it wasn't blue. It wasn't blue, gang.
It wasn't blue. It was purple.
Yep.
And then Jaemin and Ryujin also had fantastic hair this year.
Yep.
Next is best English lyrics, and the nominees were BTS, Dynamite. I'm not going to read out all the lyrics because I don't have them here on the slide. CLC Helicopter, Luna Why Not, Red Square Colorful, Rocket Punch Bouncy, and Super M Tiger Inside. And the TDA best English lyrics were Red squares, colorful with I could be pink, I could be purple, I could be green, I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be yellow, I can be red. Yes, I'm colorful. And the fan choice best English lyrics were BTS Dynamite, Cup of Milk, Let's Rock and Roll.
Yep.
I think these were all fantastic choices, but this was a pretty unanimous decision, I think, with Red Square.
Yeah.
Those lyrics. We just loved those lyrics so much in Discord. Even though they might not be the most ridiculous on the list, they were the most like
catchy and memorable.
Catchy and memorable, yeah, exactly. And they are pretty ridiculous. They just name off like eight colors. Like it goes on so long that it makes it ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. Up next is the Ondo Award for Best VTuber Original Song. So, like we mentioned, last episode, Andrew wanted to still be like involved somewhat, and he's been like really into VTubers and stuff. So, he like set up this category with these nominations. Claudia helped as well.
She's into that stuff too.
Yep. So the nominations are Akai Hato with Red Heart, Aki Rosenthal with Shallies, Hoshimachi Suse with Next Color Planet, Mori Calliope with Excuse My Rudeness, but Could You Please Rip?
So
and then Shirakami Fubuki with Say Fanfare, and Tsunokami Watame with I My Chocolate. So the winner is the way we ended up like choosing this award was basically Andrew and Claudia picked their favorite, and then they just had
we had to tie break them.
Yeah, basically the rest of us just picked whichever one was better. So
and I think everyone picked Claudia's.
No, this was Andrew's was actually the one that.
Or is this Andrew's? Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember which one was which.
Yeah, so Next Color Planet ended up winning. This is the one that Andrew nominated. But Claudia shouldn't feel too sad because the fan choice was the one that Claudia picked, which was Excuse My Rudeness, but Could You Please Rip?
And honestly, I think this was probably chosen by the fans because of the name.
Yeah,
because I doubt
I love the name.
of them went and actually listened to all of these.
Probably not.
And the name's so ridiculous.
This one was fun, though, I will say. So, yeah, all right. Coming up next category.
Yep. Next, we have K-pop Moment of the Year. The nominees were BTS's Grammy nomination, BTS's Military Law, Chen from EXO announcing his marriage, and this is a typo. It says departure, but it's supposed to be pregnancy.
Whoops.
He technically hasn't left the group. He's just like hiatus because he got married and his wife got pregnant. Hichol and Momo's dating announcement, NCT 2020, and Zico's Any Song Challenge.
Yeah, let me just do this live.
Oh, you're just gonna yeah. It's correct. Next, so for the TDA, our award was actually BTS's Grammy nomination, and the fan choice award was Chen's marriage and pregnancy.
Yep.
I think for us it was pretty unanimous. Like BTS getting a Grammy nomination is like obviously like the biggest moment in K-pop this year.
Yeah, like for the genre as a whole, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Or subculture. I need to stop calling it a genre because I don't think it's a genre, but that's another topic for another day.
It's not a genre, but that's what everyone. It's not a music genre. It's a pop culture genre.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then so the fans I guess went with Chen, with his marriage and pregnancy, which was a huge deal this year. Like that came out of nowhere. It was just like one day there was just news like, hey, I got married and I'm gonna be on hiatus, and
then it comes out later.
His wife is pregnant, and it's like, oh, that's why you got married. You got someone pregnant.
Yep.
So that was a pretty big deal.
Yep.
For the next award,
it's the third annual Walwari Award. So the nominees for this were Alpaca Gate, UFC fighter slapping Jay Park in a bathroom, Kachi, Kim Jae-jung, April Fool's COVID prank, Moonbin's cover of Wannabe, and then new K-pop group names. And then if you want any explanation on like what each of these things are, we talked about it for a while on the last episode. So,
yep.
Yeah. So our winner, which I'm pretty sure was nearly unanimous, except for Cooper.
Yeah, I think
I believe.
so. Yeah.
And we ended up picking Alpaca Gate because it was hilarious.
Yes. So I'm gonna give you. I'm actually gonna read the news story completely because this is how ridiculous this is. So basically, what happened was multiple celebrities attended a birthday party, in May. So obviously, this is the middle of COVID times. They're just completely ignoring social distancing. But on top of that, there was an alpaca at the party, which doesn't make any sense. And it was just like in like an apartment, which obviously alpacas should not just be in the middle of South Korea, an apartment.
Well, not
That's
only
probably
just
pretty small.
not only just in South Korea, it's like the middle of Seoul. Like it's
Yeah, in the middle
probably
of
in
Seoul,
Gangnam.
it's like in a tiny apartment. Like alpacas are not supposed to be confined to tiny spaces. And yeah, so it had like Jooyeon from After School, Hyomin from Tiara, Sun Yeon Jae, the Olympic gymnast, actress Kim Hee Jung, and like they're just all taking pictures with this alpaca, it was the most ridiculous news story of the year by far. And I think we all thought it was easily the best for this award.
Rich people culture. That's
Basically.
what it feels like to me.
Also, Cooper said this counts as a Tiara.
Tiara for Tiara win. Yeah, Tiara first Truly Daebak win.
This is a Truly Daebak Award for Tiara.
All right, up next, the fan choice. Yes. Yep. They ended up going with K-pop group names from 2020. And the picture is
ridiculous.
Teen 1419. Like,
yes.
Why?
And then there's like Bay 173.
Yeah.
And
T148962358.
Yeah, whatever that was. There's just a bunch of like weird numbers and letters and
to be honest, these remind me of a lot of the really, really old ones. Like like second, third gen, like random Nugus.
Yep. It's like we've run out of random English names to give groups, so we gotta start pairing words and numbers or just letters and numbers in random orders.
Yeah, I have no idea who this group is, Teen 1419, but I'm going to take a guess what their name means is that they're all teenagers between the ages of 14 and 19. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too. But who knows?
I feel like putting numbers in your name in general is just bad.
Oh, it's always
because it's so easy to fuck it up.
Yep. Never stays that way.
Yep.
Okay, we'll move on to Best Music Cover. And the nominees were Ace performing On and On by Vix, Bandit performing Genie by SNSD, Luna performing All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey, Red Velvet performing Milky Way by BoA, The Boys performing Danger by Taemin, and 2 performing Rising Sun by TVXQ. So this is a performance where the group actually did the vocals and stuff too. It wasn't just a choreography.
Yeah.
And our Truly Daebak Award went to The Boys doing a cover of Danger by Taemin.
Yep.
So I think this was for Road to Kingdom. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this is actually a pretty... Huh?
Wasn't the fan choice one also? We'll talk about that. I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, this category was pretty split actually. We went all over. I think they were all pretty worthy of this. But we've decided to end on The Boys. And one thing to note, we do like to... So we kind of spread out our awards, if you aren't familiar with past years. Yep. So we kind of try to... If a group got something... like we try
something
to
bigger in another category.
Yeah, something bigger in another category. We'll try to like not give that to a lower category, and then also like if something or a group that we thought was like just on the cusp of getting one of those bigger categories but didn't, like we'll give them something smaller usually.
Yep.
So that was kind of part of our decision here. Kind of spoilers for The Boys not getting any other awards, but that was kind of our tiebreaker.
Yep.
Because we thought they deserved something. And the fan choice for this category was also a tie. We put 2 Performing Rising Sun by TVXQ, but then they also this was also a 3-way tie between that, The Boys doing Danger by Taemin, and Red Velvet doing Milky Way by Boa. So
Milky
all
Way
three of
should've
those
won.
got 4. All 3 of those got 4 points.
Stop the count. I'll change somebody's vote. I'll convince them to switch. I'll convince them to switch.
We're not taking any more responses. They can't edit their results.
Sad.
But yeah, they tied with 2 and The Boys.
Yep.
Which, I mean, all 6 of those were fantastic. So.
Yep. All right. So up next is Best Dance Cover. The nominees for that were Cherin and Remy from Cherry Bullet, covering Baby Don't Stop by Tan and Taeyong. DKB covering Stay Tonight by Chungha. Dream Note covering Rum Pum 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 by FX. Everglow doing choreography to No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana Grande. Lisa from Blackpink doing choreography to Mushroom Chocolate by Quinn and Six Lack. I'm going to keep calling him that. And then Weeekly doing choreography or dancing to Adore You by 17. So the winner for that ended up being Dream Note with Dancing to Rum Pum 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 by FX. And then the fan choice was Weeekly Adore You. Weekly only, Weekly only.
Weekly getting the fan choice does not surprise me at all, based on our Discord.
The people have spoken.
But yeah, Dream Note. Huh?
I said the people have spoken.
Yeah. So yeah, what we did for voting to see who wins is we would usually just talk it out and see if there was like any obvious like winner, but we also would rank all of the nominees each, and then we would like see which one had the best ranking after we combined all our rankings and added up like the points. So for this category, it was actually pretty contested about who should win. And we couldn't really decide, so we went with the points. And the points lined up with Dream Note, which I was happy about because I wanted Dream Note to win something because they had one of my songs of the year, basically. And I think everyone just liked this because they were doing an FX song, which is not like all these other performances are stuff we get a lot, I would say. Like, we got a lot of Stay Tonight covers this year. Baby Don't Stop gets a lot of covers. Adore You gets a lot of covers. But, like, you don't really see groups doing Rum Pum 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 covers ever.
Yeah, that is kind of random.
And then, yeah, Weekly getting fan choice. It makes a ton of sense with how many Weekly fans there are in a Discord and how many 17 fans there are, especially, like, older 17. So that lines up pretty obviously. Next, we have Best Music Video Design, Visual Design. The nominees were G-Idol's Oh My God, GFriend's Mago, IZ*ONE's Fiesta, Lee Soo-hyun's Alien, Nature's Girls, and Stray Kids' God's Menu. And the Truly Daebak Award winner was Lee Soo-hyun's Alien.
Yes.
And
So I'd like to talk about that a little bit because I feel like some people would be like, "What? Why this? It didn't cost $10,000
some of us weren't a huge fan of it, including
I don't know. Honestly, I really liked this one because I felt like it was creative and it reminded me of like some of my like favorite like MVs from the past. Like Free Somebody by Luna was one. Luna from FX, stan her. Yeah, I don't know. I thought the 2D animation like in the mixed reality sort of aspect was really cool and was like actually creative for the music video. So while like stuff like IZ*ONE and G-Idol had like really cool and like expensive like set design, I didn't feel like it was necessarily like the most like creatively fulfilling, in my opinion, at least, as like somebody who like studied visual design and stuff like that. So I don't know. I personally like was gunning for Alien and I thought it deserved it. So yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I agree basically entirely with what you said. I just prefer the fancier,
big expensive set design.
Expensive set design stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I was shooting for other stuff, but I'm fine with this winning.
Yep.
And the fan choice goes to G Idols. Oh my god, which, like you said, was just really high quality, high budget.
Yeah.
Set design and like really, really well lit, well designed, like color and outfits and everything. Just everything about it was high budget, high quality.
Yep.
Shot really well.
Yep.
So it definitely deserves that.
All right. Next up is best solo duo co-ed choreography. So basically we shoved everything that isn't a boy group or girl group.
Best catch-all category.
Yeah. So the nominees for that was Boa's Better, Chang'a's Stay the Night, Red Velvet, Irene and Silky with Naughty, Sunmi,
Sunny.
yeah,
One day.
Yes, Sunny and best solo choreography. All right, Sunmi with Pora Beat Bang and Taemin Criminal, and then Yua with Bon Voyage. And then our winner, I feel like, is pretty obvious.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I feel like most people would be unanimous on this one. So,
yes,
is Red Velvet, Irene and Silky with Naughty, and then the fans agree with us on that one. So,
right,
congrats
this
to
was
Irene and Silky.
This was basically unanimous. I think this choreography was so good, and the fans, like this was like huge sweep from the fans too. It got over 50% of the vote.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that was just obvious. And I mean, we are known as a SM Chill Discord channel and SM Chill Discord, so it's not surprising that Red Velvet especially being like Discord's favorite group of all time, basically.
Yep.
But even still, like I think the choreography, even like taking out all the bias, I think that choreography is just so intricate and so memorable.
Yeah, for sure.
It was pretty obvious.
Yep.
Next, we have Best Female Group Choreography. And the nominees were Blackpink's How You Like That, Everglow's La Di Da, GFriend's Apple, ITZY's Wannabe, IZ*ONE's Fiesta, and Wikimiki's Dazzle Dazzle. And the Truly Daebak Award winner was IZ*ONE's Fiesta, as well as the Fan Choice Award. They agreed with us on that as well. So yeah, I think this had a lot of really intricate choreography. And just having that many group members, if you pull off choreography well,
oh yeah, it's awesome. Yeah,
it works out so well.
Like EXO and Luna doing similar stuff. Yeah,
exactly. And I think IZ*ONE does a really good job with it. Especially with this song. So I think personally, my personal pick was Dazzle Dazzle just because I love that choreography. It's so like fun and catchy. Yeah. But this is definitely more like technical and like definitely I understand the award going there.
Yep.
Fans agreed as well.
Yep. So next up we have Best Male Group Choreography, and the nominees for that were ATEEZ with Answer, Golden Child Pump It Up, NCTU, Make-A-Wish, Stray Kids, God's Menu, The Boys, The Stealer, and TXT Drama. And we ended up voting upon Stray Kids with God's Menu. And the fans voted for NCTU, Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, I think this was probably our most like debated category.
Yeah.
We were just trying to figure out where we wanted it to go. I think we technically all agree that Make-A-Wish was probably the best. Yeah. But we wanted to spread the awards around, like I said before.
Yeah, for sure.
But even then, like even taking out NCTU, it was so hard for us to pick.
Yeah.
Who to give it to, because like we all love Golden Child, or like a lot of us love Golden Child and The Boys a lot too. So it was hard to choose between those three, but we ended up on Stray Kids.
Yep.
And then it looks like the fans agreed with us, even though they didn't get our award. NCTU were the winners there.
Yep.
So yeah, moving on to Best Collaboration or Feature. we have Automatic Remix, Dawn and Jesse, Dawn to Dawn, IU and Suga's 8, Refund Sisters, Don't Touch Me, Sumin and Zion T's Dirty Love, and Yuna's Winter Flower featuring RM. And Truly Daebak Award went to Automatic Remix. And the fan vote went to IU and Suga's 8.
Yes. Both pretty good choices.
Yeah, I think these were my top 2. But I think it was pretty... almost all unanimous with Automatic Remix. It was the safe pick. I know that's what Baron was complaining about. I think he wanted Sumin and Zion T to win.
Yeah, I think Baron said it was like it was the normie pick, and I was like, I don't think it really is, because like maybe if you only think about people within our Discord or our community, maybe. Yeah. But like I went and looked, and the video only has like 500,000 views, so like not that many people have even seen it. I'm perfectly really about it. I'm perfectly fine giving that the award, because it was awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was really great, and I don't even really listen to that type of music, but just the idea of having that many artists do like 30-second verses on a song, like, and just have this 15-minute song or whatever.
Yeah.
Is just really cool. Also, Dawn and Jesse should have not been nominated, but Cooper and Sam shoved them in here.
Yeah, no, I personally thought that song was bad.
Hate that song and thought it was garbage. But Cooper and Sam,
I think Baron likes it. But yeah,
No, I think Baron likes it as a meme. I don't think he likes the song, because I think I think me, you, Claudia, and Baron all gave it 6th.
Yeah,
like it was easily the worst. I don't know. Either way, I don't think I thought it's a horrible song, but we had to be somewhat cooperative when we were nominating stuff.
Yep.
You're up.
Oh, you did the last one. Oh, anyway.
Yep.
Best band. The nominees were Bandgiren, Day 6, Hapapola, Hyukoh, One We, and Rolling Quartz. And then we ended up giving it to Day 6. I tried arguing for you, Rolling Quartz, but nobody will listen to me. And the fans thought the same, so it won't be controversial.
I think we all liked Rolling Quartz. It was just the fact that they only had one real single. They have like pre-debut stuff.
They have 3. They're just not out yet. They don't have the money to record it yet.
Yeah, and like it came out literally like right at the end of the year.
Yeah, so I think they'll have potential for 2021. So 2022 TDAs. You know what I mean? Next year.
Yeah, It's weird because Day 6 always feels like the safe pick. I think they
Day
probably
6
won every
award.
year, or like they probably won every year or almost every year. Oh, I know we gave it to Hyukoh last year, probably.
Yeah, it's either Day 6 or Hyukoh usually.
Yeah, but I thought this year like they really surprised me. Where the past few years they've probably been like kind of slowly dropping in my like rankings or like how much I like them, but. Mm-hmm. This year with Zombie, like that album was just, that was like a comeback for me, like a comeback and like come back to my like personal like views on the group and like enjoying it more.
Yeah,
because that song is just so emotional and like they just hit exactly what they were going for with it.
Yeah,
I guess the fans agreed.
Yep. So. Next category.
Yep. Next is best non-K-pop album or EP. And like we were saying, this kind of feels weird because half of these are on our best album of the year category.
Yeah, which is why we made the thing is so that other things would get recognized, but they did get recognized anyway. Yeah.
Yep.
So it'll be useful later on, probably.
Yeah, we'll probably make it next year. So if this category can't contain any album of the year nominees, maybe, or something like that, we'll figure out something to do.
That, or we make some kind of honorable mention category thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
So yeah, for best non-K-pop album EP, our nominees were Hot Felt's 1719, Sejong's Plant, Stella Jong's Stella 1, Uza's Banality of Evil, Yerin Beck's Tell Us About Yourself, and Yuna's Unstable Mindset. And the Truly Daebak Award winner was Yerin Beck's Tell Us About Yourself. And the fan vote was the same.
The same.
So yeah, you could talk about this one because this is not my thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a deserved award. Like, I don't think this album was as good as Every Letter I Sent You, which was her album from the year before, but it was still a really, really good album and is definitely worth mentioning. And not to mention, like, we say like it's not as good, but it's also like very different. Like before, it was very like soft singer-songwriter sort of thing, and this was more like electronic, like influenced. So yeah, it was very different. So yeah, but it was still very good. So I'm happy with it being the winner in both not categories, but you know what I mean, both fan and official.
And this was pretty close on the fan vote, actually. Yuna and Hot Felt also were only lost by one.
Yeah, so
compared to
and both of those were actually. I mean, all 6 of the nominees were really, really good. So
yeah,
I'm happy with any of them. All right, so next category.
Yep, that's you.
Didn't I just do? Oh, you did that.
You just talked about it.
Yeah,
afterwards.
I keep losing
count.
Jacob's
having a hard time keeping track.
Yeah. Anyway, so next up is Best R&B Artist, which the nominees for that were BB, Cherry Coke, Crush, Davida, Hayes, and Sei. And then we ended up giving the award to BB, and then the fans gave it to Hayes.
Yeah, I think we all liked BB a lot this year.
Yeah, for sure.
She was kind of...
I liked her...
someone who stood out.
I forgot what it's called. It's like Casino or something like that. One of her songs that was out this year I really liked. I listened to it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Let me just look it up real quick. Yeah, Casino is what it was called. I like that song quite a bit.
Yep. And then the fan vote, I mean, I think that's just... Hayes is probably the safe pick.
Yeah, like if somebody was gonna make me predict who wins, like every year if Hayes is on there, I think the fan vote's always gonna pick her.
It's probably always gonna be Hayes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She's like the most mainstream of the R&B artists that we would nominate. So that definitely makes sense to me. Next we have Best Electronic or Indie Artist, and the nominees are Assel, Rizzo, Stella Jong, Sumin, Uza, and Yerin Beck. And the Truly Daebak Award winner was Stella Jong, and the fan choice was Yerin Beck. So yeah, I think we really all loved Stella this year. I know especially like Sam and Baron.
Yeah, her album this year was really good. I believe we reviewed it on the podcast, and I liked it quite a bit. So
it's hard to remember.
Yeah, like considering we gave Yerin the album earlier, I'm more than happy with Stella with this category.
And I think that's part of the reason why we gave it to Stella here.
Yep.
And then like I said, the fan choice was Yerin Beck, which makes sense because unlike us, they're not really spreading out their awards. They're just
I mean they can't really unless
exactly you can't
large scale collusion.
Yep, exactly. They could personally spread them out, but then you might screw over your favorites from winning. So it's hard to... It's not like they could talk through it. So that makes sense there.
Yep. All right. Next is Best Hip Hop Artist. So the nominees were Bryn, Code Kunst, J Park, Jesse, Lila Mars, and Swervy. And then the winner for that ended up being Lila Mars. And... same for fan vote, and you get to enjoy this great picture.
This amazing picture.
Which she apparently had to apologize for.
Yep. If you're listening on audio, it's a picture of Lila Mars flicking off the camera while wearing a Pornhub t-shirt. And he had to apologize for wearing a Pornhub t-shirt. And I saw that picture and thought it was hilarious and put it on the slideshow.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely not... This was like Claudia and Coop. I mean, I think all of us listened to some... hip-hop a little bit. I'll definitely listen to the least. But I think Claudia and Cooper probably listened to the most out of these artists in like this year. I don't know about you.
I mean, I went through and listened to a lot of the music when I was doing nominees and stuff.
Doing nominees, yeah.
And personally, of these, I liked Swervy the most, but I'm fine giving it to Lil Mars since I know a lot of people like him and are respect his hustle and whatnot. So
yeah,
yep.
I think suppose he put out like a ton of music this year. I don't remember the exact amount, but he put out like a lot of albums this year from what I heard, or like singles. So that was definitely helped him out there.
Yep. So
next, oh good. Was there anything else?
Nope. I was going to say the same exact thing.
Yep. Next we have Best Ballad or Acoustic Artist, and the nominees were Ailey, Ben, Hin, Lee Hyeri from Davichi, Sejong, and Yuna. And our award went to Yuna because she's amazing and she deserves everything. And yes. I would have given her more awards if I could. But I think this was pretty unanimous. I think pretty much. We knew we wanted to give her something because her album at the beginning of the year was just utterly fantastic.
Yep.
And then the fan choice went to Sejong, which Yay. I think we all agree with too, because Sejong was amazing and her album this year was also very good.
Yes, Plant was awesome. Go check it out. I don't think many people actually listened to it, so
Plant was so good. It's
really good.
So it's way better than it deserves to be.
Yep.
And I think also it's nice that Sejong got something here because she definitely deserves something this year, and Gugudon's dead because Jellyfish sucks. So
them and Pristine were the best, and they shouldn't have been dead.
They were the
and their
ones
companies
that died
failed them.
Meanwhile, Daya just keeps trucking on.
Dude.
Although they're going to disband this year. It was part of my predictions. So.
God. Anyway, moving on.
Yep. Moving on. The most obvious category.
Yep. All right. So best duo co-ed subunit. So the two that kind of like automatically get in, I feel like, is Checkmate and Card, just because they're the only co-ed groups.
Yep. And we gotta fill a quota here.
Yep. So then we got Day 6, Even of Day, which was 3 members of Day 6. And then XOSC, Red Velvet, Irene and Sulgi, and then Ujusonya, Chokumi.
Which is orange caramel too.
Yep. Yeah, basically. That's what I was hoping they'd be, like, based upon the teasers.
They did a good
and all
job.
That. Yeah. All right, so the winner, which, like we said, is pretty obvious, is Irene and Sulgi. And then the winner for fan choice, if you expected any different, is Irene and Sulgi.
Yep. That was pretty much unanimous from us, and 60% of the vote for the fan choice.
Yep.
So that
Landslide.
was not close at all. But like we said with Naughty, the choreography was amazing, the styling was amazing. We're just hardcore Red Velvet stans.
Yep.
So it was the obvious choice all around.
Yep. All right, next. We did it, boys. We did it.
We have best.
We did it.
Best new female artist. And the nominees were aespa, Signature, Red Square, Stacy, Weeekly, and Wua. And the best female artist award,
new artist,
goes to the best artist, Weeekly.
We did it.
And
Weeekly gang prevails.
The fan choice agreed.
We're truly in the best timeline.
Yeah, so this category is stacked, to be honest. Like, if you told me last year that SM's new girl group was debuting and they wouldn't win the best female artist from either the TD award or fan choice, I would have been like, no, you're lying. There's nothing. That's not possible. But Weeekly just blew up for us, for our Discord.
Honestly, I feel like aespa would have swept it if they debuted earlier.
Yes, so that's part of it. So technically, if we went by our point system, aespa would win because Cooper and Sam really don't like Weeekly, like at all. but the rest of us love Weeekly so much that we put it at number 1. And we actually all had aespa at number 2. So technically, aespa got more points, or like less points.
They abused our point system.
But we also usually do, if there's a majority that picked one category, even if technically the others ranked them lower, we still pick that. And also, I was not gonna compromise on this award at all, and I would have not left that until Weeekly was chosen as the winner. Because they were the best rookie this year. But yeah, I think like you were saying, aespa got hurt by only having one song. They didn't even get an album. They didn't even get a physical. Stacy, same with Stacy and Red Square. Like Stacy's new song's like doing really well, and that song's really good. And I think we all really liked Red Square a lot too. But all 3 of those only had one song really. Signature had 2 great songs, and then one horrible song, and we pretty much all hated their latest song, Ari's song. But we really liked their first 2, so that's why they still got nominated. And then Woo-Ah, Sam absolutely loves. They're like her favorite group now. But I couldn't stand their single. The B-side on the single. Yeah, the B-side on the single was amazing, and it should have been their single easily. And their other singles that have come out since are really, really good too. Yeah. So I think they should have been on this list, and I do think they're worthy of being here. But yeah, Weeekly was just another level for me. Yeah. And most of Discord. We started a cult.
Yeah, no, I think aespa and Stacy in 2021 are gonna like blow up a lot. So really well. Those 2 in particular.
I mean, Stacy actually outsold Weeekly in terms of debut album sales.
Yeah,
Weeekly has more sales because Weeekly has 2 albums, but
like I'm actually really anticipating of the like lesser expected ones. I'm anticipating Stacy the most just because the Black Eyed Peas song behind them. And how much we love A-Pink. So I guess A-Pink stands. You can look forward to Weeekly and Stacy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's part of the reason why we all got into Weeekly in the first place. Is we're like, A-Pink's finally getting a new girl. Like, this is his first girl group since A-Pink for Play M. So we got hyped, and they had a lot of really good pre-debut stuff. And then their music came out, and it was amazing.
All right. Next category. We have Best New Male Artist. So we have Elast, Enhypen, P1 Harmony, 2 Treasure, and Wonho. Which again we explained complaint equity. We'll skip over that this time.
Yes.
So yeah, we ended up picking Treasure in the end for Best New Male Artist, and then the fans chose Wonho. So even more complaint equity.
Yeah, well, that's not our fault. That doesn't count.
Yeah, no, but
we didn't tell them to pick one, but we did include them.
You can complain to the Discord people.
Yeah, for picking Wonho. Yeah, I wonder if he picked Wonho. I'm gonna find out now.
That'd be really funny if he picked Wonho.
But yeah, and I mean, so this category was a little hard for us to decide. But we ended up letting Cooper get his way. Because Cooper didn't get his way that much, and he was one of the people that didn't like Weeekly, and so we said you're obsessed with Treasure, so he picked Wonho, so he can't complain.
He picked Wonho, dude. That's so funny, actually.
So yeah, we basically let Cooper have his way, and I mean Treasure was good. I liked Treasure stuff.
Yeah, although to be fair, I guess it does make sense that Flixer, like, it's not a conflict of interest for him to pick it, because he was arguing that he should be able to pick it in another category. So yeah, and we were saying no, we don't know why, and then we went over and did it.
Yeah, because we shouldn't.
Anyway,
okay. Next, we have Label of the Year, and the nominees were Big Hit Entertainment, Higher Music, JYP Entertainment, Play M Entertainment, SM Entertainment, and WM Entertainment. And the Truly Daebak Award went to Big Hit Entertainment.
for this, for me, GFriend like just hard carried
I
that
was gonna
just
say,
because I
like,
love GFriend so much this year.
well, one, this is our everyone TD hates BTS. Here's BTS award.
Yep.
We got to give them something. So
we
we're
already
giving a big
we
hit.
gave him
Label
moment of the year.
That's true. We did give him moment of the year as well. Well, here you're getting label of the year. But even on top, like BTS, I thought had a great year. I love Dynamite. Dynamite blew up.
Yeah, like
They had their
Dynamite
Grammy
was a good
nominations.
single. Their last album was good. I just really didn't like Seven. That's it. That's
Yeah.
most of
But
what my
and then on
sourness is
top of
from.
that, TXT put out
Yeah, TXT
amazing
was really
music
good.
this year. And then you have the subsidiaries that they bought and put out great music for with GFriend.
17.
They did stuff with 17. I Can't Stand Left and Right. So I don't know. Was Left and Right before or after? I don't know
Yeah, I don't
if that was
remember.
before or after. But still, like, they put out with stuff with 17 as well. So like, Big Hit killed it this year. I think this one was mostly unanimous.
Yep.
And the fan choice, like I said, our Discord is made up of SM shills that we've collected. So SM got the label of the year. No surprise there.
Yep. I'm actually kind of surprised Big Hit didn't win that, but
Let's see how close it was. Label of the year. Yeah, it wasn't that close.
it wasn't.
They were up by two. They were up by 2 votes.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
I can 10% of the votes.
All right. Well, next category. We have producer / songwriter of the year, and the nominees were Eden Lees Olander, France, Kenzie, Melanie Fontana, Moonshine, and Ryan John. And we ended up choosing Eden Lees and Olander, who do stuff with like
Yep.
DreamCatcher and stuff like that.
They do basically everything for
Dreamcatcher
Dreamcatcher
80s, right?
and 80s.
Yeah.
And then they did some other stuff like Winter Flower with Yuna and there's just some other B-sides in there.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Yep. And then the fan choice, they ended up going with Melanie Fontana, which is asterisk. So I'm assuming it's a tie.
Yeah, it was a tie between her and Eden, Lees and Olander as well. So yeah, the other thing our Discord is shows for is Dreamcatcher. They love
Yep.
SM groups and Red Velvet, and then also Dreamcatcher, which is probably because of me and Dreamcatcher being my like ultimate group right now, basically.
Yep.
But yeah, and Melanie Fontana did fantastic work this year, even
Yeah,
though
especially with
she
like
got-
Twice.
yeah, she did great stuff with Twice. And she got attacked by BTS fans when she didn't deserve it.
Yep.
So yeah, that deserves some recognition.
Yep.
But yeah, there's all these producers put out great stuff. Obviously, they got nominated.
Okay, so for the next categories, we got to explain something. So you'll
Yes.
see next to the nominees, we have these like little like
Emotes.
yeah, like Discord emotes. So basically, the way we did nominations this year for the like day songs and stuff that have like 10 nominees is we chose 4 based on consensus, and then each of us that were in like the committee basically were able to like
Have a
choose
personal
one
pick.
guaranteed personal pick that gets nominated in. So
Yeah.
we haven't
So we-
disclosed that information until now. So ta-da!
Yeah. We hid that because we didn't want people
For
so it's
predictions.
It's
yeah.
more for predictions because it's much more likely that we pick one of the consensus picks as our winner.
Yep.
Over one of the personal choices, because obviously Jacob could pick some random person for best female solo artist that like nobody else really cares about because he thinks they deserve to be nominated, but they're never gonna win.
Yeah.
And so it becomes a little bit more obvious if you know which ones were personal picks.
Yep.
And we did this because these 10 category ones are so complicated once you get down to like the 10 through 8 slot.
Yep.
Like we could probably
like
figure
even
out
with
6,
ranking,
7.
you probably end up with like ties and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's always a pain because you have a ton of ties with like a couple votes for each and figuring out which ones deserve it. But it's a lot easier to determine the top 4 that we all agree on because
Yep.
there's usually like a few very obvious choices.
I feel like this also I feel like personally this makes the nominees like more interesting and
Oh yeah, definitely.
better
I agree.
because it weeds out the possibility of just least common denominator making it in because X
Yep.
person didn't like it.
Yep, and it also helps with people feeling screwed over if none of their stuff that they want gets in.
Yep.
Where you can like at least guarantee your top thing makes it.
Yep.
So yeah, we can move on to best female solo artist, which is our first category with 10 nominees.
We also have to explain what each of these emojis mean.
Yes.
So
yeah. So
Snake is Baron. That's obvious for anyone who's in Discord. Baron, his like profile picture at all times is a snake emoji.
Is a snake. Yep.
Cooper is the Irene emote next to BB, and then like Claudia is the IU one. The Yuna one is me, Yuna from SNSD. The one is Benny is Sam, and then Luda is for Nate.
Yep. So the nominees are BB, was chosen by Cooper. Boa, which was a consensus pick. Chungha, who was consensus. Davida was I almost said IU's pick. It was Claudia's pick. Sejong was Jacob's pick. Stella Jong was Baron's pick. Taeyeon was consensus. Yerenbeck was consensus. Yuna was my pick. And Yua was Sam's pick.
Yep.
And the best female solo artist Truly Daebak Award went to Boa. And the fan choice went to Taeyeon. Because we are SM chills, as we've said many times.
The correct choices. Best women.
Yeah, I mean, I think I put Chungha for my number one overall. But yeah,
I wouldn't because I was mad that she didn't release the album.
Stay Tonight. I just love Stay Tonight so much. I listen to that song so many times. So I just like watch the choreography. But yeah, I mean, Boa killed it this year. New album. Choreography for the single was really good.
She literally invented music this year. Can you believe it?
I don't think so.
Dude, but her album was so good. You guys suck.
Yeah, Foreshadowing. We most of us didn't think it was the most amazing thing that Jacob and Cooper did. I think Cooper was the other one that really, really liked it. And then Taeyeon's just a pretty safe pick for fan choice because it's Taeyeon and our Discord loves SM groups and Taeyeon and Red Velvet in particular. It wasn't even close. She had double the next most. Oh no, Yoonha had 4 votes. She had 6, so 10% more.
20% or 33%.
No, 10%. Well, I meant 10% more of the overall.
Oh, okay.
Like there were 20 votes. She had 2 votes more.
Yes. Anyway,
she got 30%. Yoonha got 20.
Best male solo artist. So August D made it in through Nate's vote. Baekhyun was in through consensus. Code Kunst was in through my vote. Dawn was in through Sam's vote. Han Sung-woo was in through Cooper's vote. Ha Sung-un. Their names are so similar. Ha Sung was in through Claudia's vote. Sung-kyu was in through Baron's vote. Taemin was in through consensus. Wano was in through consensus. And Woods was in through consensus.
Look at rookie male solo artist Wonho making it into best solo for his rookie debut year.
Yeah, it literally new rookie artist Wonho.
Yep.
All right, so anyway, the winner for best male solo artist, as I feel like people can probably guess, is Taemin.
Our male bias of the year.
Yes.
We actually got a consensus on that one, basically.
Yeah.
It was a majority pick, so.
Yep.
Yeah, Taemin killed it. If you remember nominations from last week, both of his albums, which we combined, are nominated for album of the year. He choreography of the year, just like Criminal and Idea are both amazing singles, amazing choreography. Just everything he did this year was amazing.
Yep.
And this year, Shiny's back, so
Shiny is indeed
we get to see
back.
more of him with his group setting.
All right, so the best male solo artist as voted by the fans was Woods with an asterisk, so I'm assuming it's another tie.
Yes, with
I'm
Taemin.
assuming it's tying. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm assuming it tied with Taemin.
Yeah, they killed it in the responses. They had like a third of the responses each. So like
Yep.
2/3 voted for those two.
Makes sense.
Yep.
All right, next
Yeah,
up.
and like we said with 101 Woods, great solo. So
Yep.
okay, we got best female group, and the nominees are A-Pink was Claudia, or no, that's your pick. Sorry, it's really small on my screen. A-Pink is Jacob's pick. April was Baron's pick. Blackpink was Cooper's pick. Dreamcatcher, Everglow, and GFriend were all consensus picks. ITZY was Sam's pick. Luna was a consensus. Twice was Claudia's pick. And like I said, Weeekly was my pick.
Yep.
And
also
the award. Okay.
I was just gonna say, also to be clear about the personal picks, they're like what we picked to be in that wasn't already voted in before, just so people understand that. It's not,
obviously,
like it's not necessarily our number one pick. It's just one that we
Right.
wanted to be in there that wasn't already. So,
right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would say most of our number one picks were probably in the consensus picks.
Yep.
Consensus picks. This
Consensus
was our
picks.
number one pick that we wanted to get nominated that didn't make it in the consensus, basically.
Yep.
So yeah, best female group award for Truly Daebak goes to GFriend, which I think is pretty safe assumption based on how we talked about them through this episode and all through last year.
You got 3
Mago.
great mini albums.
Yep.
Mago was like probably my song of the year. It's just all around just amazing. They blew me away this year.
Yep. Yeah, their singles this year were fantastic. Albums were great. Their styling and choreography and everything was so good. I wasn't as big of a fan of the first album, but
Labyrinth.
Because the second one's technically a repackage, right?
No, so there's Labyrinth mini album, and then there's Apple mini album, which was Song of Sirens, and then Walpurgis Night was a mini album with songs from the previous two.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so Labyrinth, or the single from Labyrinth, I wasn't a fan of. Which one? I can't remember the name.
The single?
Because Labyrinth
Crossroads.
was the B-side.
Crossroads.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Crossroads. I thought Labyrinth was really good.
I love Crossroads, but the music video sucks. It's like not a good music video at all.
Sucked. But I thought Labyrinth was really good, and then like Apple and Mago and the albums were really, really good.
Yep.
So I think that was a pretty safe consensus pick for us.
Yep. So we chose the light, and the fans chose the dark.
Yes, the fans chose Satan.
Yeah.
Fans chose Dreamcatcher, which I think was probably my number one pick over GFriend, but I think GFriend I thought would win for us. And yeah, it was pretty obvious. I thought the fans would probably pick GFriend or Dreamcatcher over GFriend.
So it's kind of after Dreamcatcher's new album last night, I was like, I need to make a GFriend Dreamcatcher like playlist.
Mix. You can go back and forth between the light and the dark.
Yeah, like particularly in like that typical GFriend style, and then the Dreamcatcher like anime style, like those particular songs. Yeah, I think that'd be really fun. Anyway.
Yeah, and I think Dreamcatcher killed it this year with the dystopia stuff.
Yep.
Two great full album, a great mini album. So yeah. Moving on.
Yep, moving on to best male group. So ATEEZ got in through my vote, BTS through Sam's, Golden Child through Claudia's, NCT through consensus, Pentagon through Baron, Stray Kids through Nate, Super M, consensus, The Boys through consensus, Treasure through Cooper, another rookie making it into the best category.
But an actual rookie this time.
Yeah, an actual rookie. And then TXT through consensus.
Yep.
And then the winner for best male group is TXT,
yes.
which I was perfectly fine with. Anyway, I don't want to mention any more about our decision on that one. And then
I mean NCT did a great job this year. They put out 2 or 3 albums. They were all really good.
Yep.
And yeah, I think they definitely deserve this.
Yep. So fans' choice was NCT, with this really epic image of all of them like
I just
side by
snuck
side.
that in.
Yeah,
because we used the same image originally. We used that same image that we use somewhere else, which is like them in all a circle around a table. But then I found this album, which is just them all in front of this red background with black. It looks really badass.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was obvious choice for fans.
Yep.
And next we have best album track. So this was kind of our weird, probably should be a day song, because these songs are like just as good as song of the year.
Yep.
And some of them maybe even better.
Yep.
So we probably make this a day song next year and do like album track of the year and single of the year.
Yep.
So the nominees were Dreamcatcher's Break the Wall, which was my pick. Elris, This Is Me, Luna's Voice and Star. Oh My Girl's Dolphin as consensus picks. NCT 127's Elevator was Sam's pick. Sejong's Skyline was Baron's. Taeyeon's My Tragedy was Cooper's. Weekly's Hello was Jacob's. Ujusonyo's Pantomime was Claudia's, and Yua's Diver was the last consensus pick.
Yep.
And the best album track was pretty overall just agreed upon as Luna's Voice and Star. And the fans agreed.
Yep.
So yeah, this song so good.
Yep.
And it's blowing up on American radio, actually.
Wait, really? It's playing?
Yeah, it's being
That's
played
cool.
on Top 40 radio.
Yeah, I did not know that. That's awesome.
It's actually doing really well. So
maybe
it's
Korea
really cool.
will pay attention to them now, because that's what it took for them to know what BTS was.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this song was just so good. It's easily one of my top songs of the year.
Yep.
And I think pretty much all agreed on that.
Yeah, and the English version and the Korean version are both like equally good too, which is rare.
Yep. I think the choreography is really good. Just everything about it. It just killed it. This was a pretty easy pick, I think, for a lot of us.
Yep.
Shout out to Weekly's Hello, because it's definitely their best B-side.
Dude, it's so good.
It's so good.
I said it before, but that's like Heart Shaker tier song, which is like big praise from me, because Heart Shaker, I'm pretty sure, is still my most like scrabbled song like ever.
Yep. Oh My Girl Dolphin was actually
yeah, that was also really good.
Yeah, and it was actually it was pretty close. Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was pretty close on fan vote.
Fan? Okay.
Yeah, that was only one vote behind.
Did anyone vote for Hello?
Yeah, 2 people voted for Hello.
All right. You
There's
guys
actually a decent amount of write-ins for this. You got like From Miss Weather. Only One of Designer, which is a song I don't know. Luna, Ding Ding Dong. I think that was it. Yep. So yeah.
So next is single of the year, which is what we should call it from now on, to be honest.
Yeah.
So this for the most part, we limit this category to songs that have music videos, so they're singles. So the nominees for that were A-Pink, Domdarom through Consensus. How You Like That by Blackpink was in through Cooper's pick. Everglow, La Di Da, Consensus. Mago by GFriend via my pick. Wannabe by ITZY through Sam's pick. Red Velvet, Irene and Silgi's Naughty through Consensus. Taemin's Criminal through Claudia. Twice's I Can't Stop Me through Consensus. Weekly's Tag Me through Baron, and then Dark Cloud by Yuna through Nate's pick. And then the overall winner ended up being Everglow with La Di Da, which is definitely one of my top tracks of the year, so I'm happy with it.
Yep. And that's actually also the fan vote.
Yep. Which we were like, agreed. I think we ended up like arguing between Everglow and Twice, right?
Yeah, it was pretty much between Everglow.
Like I was fine with either of them, but like I was like, you know what, screw it. I like one better than the other a little bit, so I'll just
exactly. They're both like similar like genre, like similar style.
Yep. I hope this like electro pop, like 80s synth pop like sort of thing stays for 2021, because I'll definitely enjoy that. like
Yep,
with
but I think
Twice, GFriend, Everglow, Stacy, etc.
yep. But yeah, I think the majority of us liked
Hey, Pink.
Everglow a little bit more.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought this was my 11 for that quarter. It's probably my song of the year. If not, it's definitely like top 3. So yeah, this was pretty easy pick for us as a group to choose.
Yep.
And yeah, the fans agreed on this one. With 4 votes. There were a lot with 2 votes, but this one came out on top.
Yep. All right. Next category.
We have mini album of the year, and the nominees are April's Da Capo and Everglow's Coordinates as consensus picks. From's Cellophane was Jacob's pick.
None of you listened to it. I'm talking to the people who voted fan vote.
JVJ 95's Jasmine was Cooper's pick. Luna's 12 O'Clock was my pick. Red Velvet Irene Zoe's Monster was a consensus pick. TXT's The Dream Chapter Eternity was Baron's pick. Uju Sonia's Neverland was Claudia's pick. Wood's Equal was Sam's pick. And Yuna's Unstable Mindset was our last consensus pick.
Yep.
And the Truly Daebak Award went to April.
Pretty easy.
Da Capo.
Like all the B-sides and stuff were like nearly as good as a single, which was actually honestly also was Song of the Year material. So
yeah, I think this album was fantastic.
Did we even nominate it?
No,
we didn't.
I don't think we did.
Oh, sad.
There's just too many good songs this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think part of the reason was we knew that a mini album was probably going to get nominated.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think like I don't know if the song was really good. Yeah, it's probably in like my top 10.
It's in my 80s, like, or not 80s, but like electropop plus like the synth pop. Like, I made a playlist for 2020, and it was in there. So I played it a lot.
Well, you need to share that with me, so I don't have to make my own.
Oh yeah.
Since we're both on iTunes, you can just send me that. But yeah, I think for me the song was really good and I did like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But the album being so like just so consistently amazing made it much more of a contender for mini album for me. So yeah, I think this was a great pick. And then the fan choice, another fantastic pick, was TXT's The Dream Chapter Eternity.
Yep.
And yeah, that doesn't surprise me with our Discord. Like a lot of our Discord really enjoyed TXT this year.
Yep.
And specifically that song, or that album. I think the album's definitely the better one of the two that came out this year. And that was a pretty good pick.
Yep.
Unsurprisingly, Red Velvet and Soul-E were second and third, but they were not even close to beating TXT.
Yep. All right, so the nominees for Album of the Year are Blackpink's The Album, which Baron voted in. Boa's Better, BTS Map of the Soul 7, which Sam voted in. DreamCatcher Dystopia, The Tree of Language, which was in through consensus. Hot Felt 1719, which Nate voted in. NCT's Resonance Part 2, which Cooper voted in. Taemin's Never Gonna Dance Again, Parts 1 and 2, which was in through consensus. Twice's Eyes Wide Open, which Claudia voted in. Uza's Banality of Evil, which I voted in. And then Yaren Beck's Tell Us About Yourself, which is in through consensus. So then the winner for that was Dreamcatcher's Dystopia, The Tree of Language, which, like, I'm happy with as Album of the Year. I really tried for Boa, but I failed. Maybe we're not in the
Boa
best
didn't
timeline.
really have a chance because we were a little
because you guys are wrong. Anyway,
lukewarm
fans,
on that, but
fans are also wrong. Just kidding. Dreamcatcher is good, so I won't
yeah,
complain.
this was my Album of the Year easily. And I know it made the ranking list we did. That's how we chose this one, actually, just because it was pretty hotly contested on what people wanted. So we just did our point-based system, and Dreamcatcher won pretty handily, even though Cooper tried to sabotage it because he really didn't like this album compared to the rest of their albums, which really surprised me. But yeah, everyone else loved this album this year, and it was pretty highly ranked for almost everyone else. So,
yep.
And yeah, the fans agreed very much so. Although actually, Twice was only one vote off. Now that I'm looking.
Oh, really? I'm actually kind of surprised by that. But
yeah, I thought like NCT or Taemin would be closer.
Yeah.
But
yep.
Nope.
Anyways, next category.
Final category is the biggest one, Artist of the Year. The nominees were BoA, which was Jacob's pick, BTS, which was Sam's pick, Dreamcatcher, Everglow, and GFriend were consensus picks. Luna was Baron's pick. NCT was a consensus pick. Twice was Claudia's pick. The Boys was Cooper's pick, and Weeekly was my pick. And I think if you go through the rest of this episode and think about all the awards we gave, it's pretty obvious who we gave this to, because they did not win anything, and they really deserved a lot of awards.
Yep.
So the Artist of the Year this year was NCT for Truly Daebak, and I think that was pretty well deserved, and pretty much all agreed on that. They just killed it this year. They put out so much music. All the branches put out really good singles, really good music. The 2020 album was fantastic, and just like all around, it was just a fantastic year for them in basically every category.
Yay, SM.
So now all the people that predicted we gave NCT Boy Group of the Year got
wrong.
screwed over because we gave it to TXT, but that's because NCT was our Artist of the Year.
Yeah,
I need
to check the predictions submissions.
Yeah, predictions were all over the place. I think almost everyone, or if not everyone, predicted we would give NCT Boy Group Best Boy Group, so they all got that wrong. But yeah, so Artist of the Year was NCT, and I think there was no question it was them. And the fan choice,
Nate is proud,
was Dreamcatcher.
Yep.
Which actually surprised me. I honestly thought NCT would win this. And it's actually pretty close. So Dreamcatcher got 4 votes, and NCT, the Boys, and BTS all got 3 votes. So the girl group stands one out by 1 vote, and because the boy group stands split their vote 3 different ways. So yeah, Dreamcatcher, another great choice. We gave them Album of the Year. So that about wraps it up. They definitely deserve it. I mean, all these groups deserve, probably almost everything we nominated could have won the award for a lot of these, especially like all the day songs. There's just this year was just such a great year for K-pop. Considering how 2020, considering how crappy the year was for pretty much everything else, we at least had a really solid year of K-pop releases.
Yep. So yeah, I guess with that, award season is finally over.
Yep.
We can
go back to doing normal episodes,
normal topics, normal episodes.
Music.
Yep.
I'm hoping soon we can maybe think about doing our Produce 101 commentary.
Yeah.
Sometime soon.
How many episodes is that?
So it's 11 episodes.
Okay,
but
they're all
so
like
basically
3 hours
it would
long,
be
though.
like, well, they're 1.5, but it's basically all of the episodes or like all of the like sets of episodes are split into 2. So it would be like 5 or 6 3-hour sessions.
Gotcha.
Something we were thinking about doing. Maybe we'll spread throughout the year and do like 1 a month or something.
Yeah.
If we get around to it. I don't want to promise anything. Don't hold us to it, but it's definitely something we talked about.
Yep.
Wanting to do.
Yep. So yeah, I guess with that, thanks for tuning in to the 2021 Truly Daebak Awards. Again, we did predictions through Discord, so if you want to see like what the results were, who won that, and stuff like that, what people voted for, you can join the Discord. And it's too late to do it, but you can at least catch the results, I guess, if you join quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, again, we do activities and stuff on our Discord all the time, so definitely join up. It's a good way to join the community and whatnot. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe again if you're new and you like our content. Leave us a review on iTunes if you like our podcast on there.
Yeah.
All that helps.
Let us know what your favorite, your stuff from this year was, your award choices if you didn't do the fan choice awards.
Yep.
Just your personal picks for the awards in the comments.
Yep. And if we were wrong about anything, just again, like as always, just correct us, because yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, I guess with that, we can start out the new year finally and start covering stuff. So
don't forget to check out my unboxing stream on Sunday.
Yep.
Maybe you're still listening to this during the week it came out.
Yep. Unboxing stream this Sunday. New episode again in 2 weeks, so catch us then. So yeah, I guess I'll take us out. Thank you and goodbye, and stay creamy.
Throbbingly creamy.
Although Luna has been so volatile, like with their style, like they switch it up like every comeback. So I don't know. We'll see. I guess maybe if they stick with their 12 o'clock style. I don't know though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's up in the air, but I could definitely see it happening.